Up early on these Negroes. Up early on these Negroes. I'm gonna see how we work out this morning. Up early on these Negroes. I got to put this work in early this morning. You know what I'm saying? Got to work out. Got to work out. Get your early morning breakfast. You feel me? Of wisdom and knowledge. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Got to get this early wisdom. You know, some niggas get up and they get them a tree or two. Some niggas even be sipping on goddamn yak early in the morning. Well, goddamn it, it's time to get some of this wisdom this morning. I see niggas out there with your mean face. Don't put no mean faces in there. If you're Muslim associated, get your ass out my goddamn chat. Get on up out, nigga. I'm up early. All right. I'm just warming up. This is really a jog. You know, this ain't really no heavy run this morning. It's just a little jog. Get the mind, formulating, you know what I'm saying? Get your mind, stimulated, get you to thinking early this morning. And what I'm dealing with is, how do we know the Quran is a recent date? Okay? Which is very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I did the video the other day, 2 days ago, about institution, because these peoples is good at putting one magical book up in your face and saying, well, this is the oldest Bible, so and so. We're dealing with the modern era. Okay, we're dealing with when the Bible was printed in printed form. All that shit previous, you cannot verify any of that shit to be true. You feel what I'm saying? So when you talk about the first printed Bible, you talk about the Gutenberg Bible, and this motherfucker was printed in the early 1400s, okay? And it wasn't even complete because they hadn't completed it yet, okay? This is what Walter Williams was trying to say to motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, the Dead Sea Scroll. They say that's the oldest Hebrew scriptures, but they just found the motherfuckers in the middle 1940s. So that wouldn't even count, because even if it was hid at the time of the ancients, nobody found it for damn near 2,000 years, so it wouldn't have counted. You feel what I'm trying to tell y'all, man? The Bible is of recent date, okay? And I'm gonna get to the Quran, but I got to show y'all something. And remember who you heard this shit from. I'm gonna show you how I busted the Christians using Champollion. See? That's why we had to crack that motherfucking Medullata. Cause when Thomas Young, who was before Champollion took some of Thomas Young's fake methodology. Okay, so some of them rulers' names Thomas Young came up with, like Cleopatra. Matter of fact, Ptolemy. That's Thomas Young. And then Champollion added on to it. Now, Champollion didn't put his dictionary out of the Medullata until like 1820 something. Okay? And I'm reading his biography, and he went into Egypt around 1823, something like that. And using his methodology, he comes up with the name Ramesses. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying. He tries to use the Greek, but the Greek was insufficient. You know, the only thing he was able to get from the Greek was the one S on the end of Ramesses. So he had to use a filler language to fill in the other symbols. So he used Coptic. Okay, so when you say Ra, that's Coptic. When you say mess, that's Coptic. So you got two languages in one word. You got Greek, you got the S, the one S on the end. That was all he was able to get. And that should show you the Greek was insufficient. That's why you needed some help. You needed Coptic, you needed Aramaic, you needed Hebrew, which is another fake language. Okay? So when you look at I want you to hear me out. When you look at the word Ramesses, okay? Coptic and Greek, okay? We're talking about Coptic didn't come into existence into 400 AD, okay? Which was long after the Hebrews were supposedly in Egypt. So they wouldn't, Coptic didn't even exist at the time of the supposed Hebrews in Egypt. So Coptic could not have been the words that they was using for whatever Pharaoh they say this is, okay? Those languages didn't exist at that time, okay? But what I'm trying to get across to y'all is that he didn't produce that dictionary to the 1800s, okay? He didn't even come up with the methodology into the 1800s. Now, I got a serious question for any Bible believing ass Negro out there. How do you get Ramesses in a 1611 Bible when Champollion didn't even start deciphering that goddamn language into the 1800s? That's a serious motherfucking question right there. When you look at how he breaks that language down, and I just broke it down for you, that's Champolion's methodology. There's no way you could have got Ramesses in a 1611 Bible without using Champolion's methodology. You busted. Y'all backdated them books. Y'all been adding on to them. Okay? And so when you look right there, you can look right there and see that they've been adding on to the Bible even up to this date. They've been changing shit. So the Bible is of very recent dates, not no goddamn 100 AD to, that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. That's why I had to break down institution versus the one book mythology, because anybody could come up with one book, but you can't fake institution, because institution is mass production of literature. And the Bible was not mass produced into just very recent. Okay, even the Gutenberg Bible, which is the first printed Bible, it wasn't even a complete, as you got today, it wasn't even a complete Bible. He only had a couple of pages to that. Okay, so they kept adding and adding and adding and adding until you get the Bible of today. Now the Quran got the Gospels, got the Old Testament in it. How the fuck is the Quran gonna be a 700 AD when it got the Gospels and when that shit just was created in the 14, 15, 1600s? The Gospels in the Old Testament had to come before the Quran. So how in the fuck is you gonna have a Quran in 700 AD and they ain't even formulate the fucking Old and New Testament into goddamn starting 1400s? That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie, nigga. That's a damn lie. If y'all can show me mass production of an Old and New Testament as it exists today in the ancient world, God damn it, I'll do 400 off the Mount motherfucking Rushmore. God damn it. You can't produce no mass production of no goddamn Bibles. That's a motherfucking lie. Okay? Now let me show you another way I know they be, how people be lying about the goddamn Bible or any of these books. Now, I went and looked Herodotus up. Okay? I went and looked Herodotus up. Now, Herodotus supposed to existed in 400 BC. Okay? 400 BC. And everybody always using Herodotus because he says, some things about Egypt that people like, so they use Herodotus. And so I looked and I tried to see when was the oldest Herodotus produced, and not just one book. When was it mass produced? Because if it's mass produced, it has an effect across the nation. One fucking book is not going to affect the nation. It's not going to affect masses of people. The only way you're going to have mass effect is have mass production, okay? One book hiding off in a motherfucking cave, what is it going to do for the masses? They wouldn't have hadn't even known of that shit. And y'all just found it, so it had to been hiding for 2,000, but we know it's fake. But just to show you, it was in the cave, the Dead Sea Scrolls, it was in the cave for 2,000 years. Nobody ever found it, so it didn't have no effect on the world. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being, so I'm back to Herodotus, who supposedly lived around 400 BC. I looked up the oldest book of Herodotus, and the oldest complete version of Herodotus is in 1400 some AD with the printing press. You see what I'm saying? And see, this is how they try to lie, because they need something. They have what they call fragments of Herodotus. Fragments around 900 AD. They got fragments, a page, not even a complete, a page. And so these are supposed to be the oldest evidence of Herodotus. Now the question becomes, if you only have fragments in 800 AD, little bitty fragments, where did you get the complete book from? Hear me out. Herodotus lives at 400 BC. The oldest complete version of Herodotus is around 1450 AD, damn near 1,000 years. No, matter of fact, no, let me get that correct. 2,000 years. Because the oldest complete is in 1450. Hey, so that's 2,000 years after he supposedly walked the earth. The oldest complete version of Herodotus. But they do have fragments of a page 800, 900 AD. Now for a superior scholar like me, researcher, the first question I ask, well, damn, if the fragments, all you got is fragments in the 8th and 9th century, you only got a page. Where did you get the complete book from in 1450 AD? You made the motherfucker up, okay? Okay, now let's deal with Moses. See, Moses supposedly lived 1200 BC. The oldest record that they say they got of any Exodus, whatever, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, is the Dead Sea Scrolls, which is in 200, 300 AD. That's 1,500 years after Moses was supposedly walking the earth. Okay? So what I'm trying to show y'all is that really the white man does not have any literature that can be verified until after the printing press. Okay? All of that shit is forgeries that they done put out there to make it seem as if they have presence in the ancient world, which they do not have. The Greeks are in the same predicament as the Hebrews. They have no original manuscripts for no Plato, no Socrates, no Herodotus, no Aristotle. They don't have no, or not only do they not have the originals, they have no mass production of literature because they do not have a language. They do not have paper and ink. They do not have the type of scribe system of ancient Egypt, which had hundreds of thousands of scribes because they got they done found millions of papyruses, okay? They done found millions of papyruses, which means you had to have at least millions of scribes. See, that was our ancient printing press, was our scribe system. Our Nile Valley educational system was the ancient printing press. No other people in the ancient world had that. See? So when you start coming up with one book is not going to educate nations. See, one book is the exact opposite of institution. So when you study Walter Williams, and he really, really hurt their feelings, because when you take your time, it might take you years to study it, and it's going to click. When it click, you're going to say, God damn. When I was studying the Medu-Neter, and I seen how they formulated the alphabet and how they put them words together, and I seen Ramesses, and I seen that the last S on the end of Ramesses is Greek, and then Ra, he added Ra. This is Champollion. He added Ra, which is Coptic, and he added mess. And it said that he fumbled over the mess for a long time because it's a mess. You know, Ramesses. It's really messy too. It's really messy. So when you understand that he actually took two languages to make one word, and that's his methodology. Thomas Young and Champollion's methodology. How did it end up in the 1611 Bible when the man only produced the Medu-Neter alphabet in the 1800s? They backdated them books and added Ramesses, Taharqa, and all that shit to it. They added that shit after the fact. So they have been formulating the Old Testament, the New Testament as a recent date. They started with the Gutenberg Bible. They didn't have no Bible. They added all that shit on after the 1400s until you get the complete book of what you have today. And the only way that the Quran can have the Old and New Testament inside of it is that it was produced as of recent date. It was not produced in no 700, no fucking AD, because the Old and the New Testament did not exist at that time. You're done. You're done. You're done. Go fucking home with that shit. Nigga, go home with that. We are, man, the scholarship of today is out off the meters. Man, I thank the ancestors for giving me the mind that I have to see and absorb knowledge the way that I do. I will show you more profoundly this Sunday, March 4th, 1 p.m. Me and young Pharaoh gonna work out on these Muslims. And I mean, they talking shit, and they've been talking shit 10 years. Ain't a motherfucker did shit, ain't a motherfucker gonna do shit. Cause my family love me too, nigga. And at any point in time, you niggas wanna get greasy. I can guarantee you, okay? I can guarantee you, nigga, retaliation is gonna be immediate. And you know this, man. You know this, man. You motherfuckers will not be walking out here selling no motherfucking bean pies or no motherfucking new. We gonna bring that motherfucking operation to a halt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how we work. Now, we hate to be this way, but since motherfuckers think they can bully their own people, never bully the white man. You can kill Malcolm. Y'all can try to dishonor Khaled. Never seen him kill a white man. Huh? I ain't never seen you run from the white man, but you want to try to bully your own people. Fuck you motherfuckers. I ain't scared of shit. I'ma always spit the truth on you niggas because I know that people can hear exactly what is being taught. They know that shit fake, nigga. And if y'all niggas in this late date still holding on to it, y'all deserve all the fucking ridicule that's deserving of your bitch ass. You should have grew up by now. You should have grew up by now. Khaled had enough sense to move away from that shit because he knew at the end when you niggas traded on him, that was really an exit for him anyway. I know he breathed a breath of fresh air to be able to let that shit go. And when I seen him talk about Farah Muhammad mama the way he did, I knew he was trying to break away from that shit then. He knew that shit was garbage. Okay? So I want y'all to be in the house. I want y'all to be in the house talking about the Quran and it's and even the printed form of the goddamn Quran can't come before Gutenberg. It can't come before so all that shit where y'all trying to write on goat skins and all that shit is all over, man. The Quran is of recent date. That motherfucker was created in the 1800s. That's when the Quran was printed. All that shit they talking about, the oldest Quran, ask them, was it mass produced? That's all you have to ask them. What any of them motherfuckers, don't just ask what is the oldest Bible. You have to ask two questions. You have to ask what is the oldest Bible, what is the oldest Quran, and was it mass produced? Because if you ask them was it mass produced, they gonna have to show up with the facts. Anybody can create a forgery, one fucking forgery. But what you cannot fake is institution and mass production. And we know for a fact that the European did not get mass production of literature into Gutenberg, who created the first printing press of movable type in Europe, which started the what they call the age of enlightenment. It didn't even catch fire then. It didn't even catch fire then. They didn't even get that motherfucker warmed up into damn near the middle of the 1700s, early 1800s. You think you could all, as you know, African people today, you know, especially in the community, we like to have a library. Okay? Now I got over 2,000, 3,000 books in my home. Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark had over 30,000, 35,000 books. Both of them had that many books. I only got 3,000 books. But do you think you can go back just 100 years and find a home with 3,000? Nigga, if you find one book in the motherfucker, you was lucky. Even during slavery, you know what I'm saying? These crackers did, so they didn't really get that printing press warmed up into the late 1700s, early 1800s. And so the age you have in today of being able to buy books is just very recent. So I don't want nobody to play no games on my people to make them think that the Bible, that the Quran, and the Torah is of ancient date. That's not true. That is just not true. Okay? And I want you to do that research on just having Ramesses, Taraka, and all them names in the Bible, when Champollion and Thomas Young just created that methodology in the 1800s. So how the fuck is Champollion and Thomas Young methodology in a 1611 Bible, damn near 200 years before either one of them men was even born? Y'all niggas is busted. I'm the greatest sage of the age, baby. I'm the greatest sage of the age, for real. And I want to give a shout out to I want to give a shout out to Walter Williams. Man, listen here, man. That man fucked they ass up. That man fucked they ass up, man. Straight the fuck up. He hurt them motherfuckers, man, in the worst way. Y'all got to, that don't take nothing else from the rest of our master scholars, because they all play a part in our awakening. Dr. Ben is my grand master. Dr. Ben woke us up to ancient Egypt, took us to the temples, showed us the deities, showed us everything that we know about the Nile Valley. Walter Williams, man, he did something very, very astounding. He did something because he literally, man, took damn near 95 to 97% of what's on the shelf. You might have to take that shit to the garbage can, baby. You might have to take that shit to the garbage can. Ain't no you might. You gonna have to. It's about starting over and dealing with this shit from a realistical standpoint. The European has no presence in the ancient world, okay? He just don't. So that's right. I see family in there. So I gave y'all that, family. So I want y'all to go do that research that I gave y'all this morning, because I love you. I don't want these motherfuckers to think that I will let them bully you. That's not gonna happen. I always have my family, when we get ready to ride, I hand you heats. I make sure if you riding with me, I'm gonna make sure you got some heat so you can bust when I need you to bust, baby. You ain't gonna ride with me empty-handed, nigga. I got a bag, nigga. Nigga, one for you, one for you, one for you. Yeah, nigga, you get one too. So when we ride out, baby, we ride out. I'm gonna make sure that you armed with knowledge, baby, so you can bust when I need you to bust. Bust for your family, baby. Let's ride out on these motherfuckers. Let's show the babies that they ain't got to fuck with none of this garbage. You might as well just start anew. You might as well start anew, baby. You know what I'm saying? You come out better starting over and just going from your own viewpoint, using the master scholars, but yet and still you have a better chance of starting anew and just going from your own viewpoint than taking anything from the European academia, period. Arab academia. You can throw that shit in the garbage and start the fuck over. And I guarantee you, with your African consciousness, you will be more on target. Just going with your own African consciousness. Not everybody. Not everybody. Some of you niggas still need a guide. You still need a guide to keep you on the path. But your African consciousness, more so than not, will lead you to the right answer, family. And so go tell the Muslims, Christian, Jew, Hindu, any of them motherfuckers. We coming for you niggas. And we will expose. Man, listen, hear me out. Man, I got so much shit that niggas ain't seen yet. It's devastating. It's devastating. Y'all motherfuckers better go sit y'all ass down somewhere, because I can guarantee you that you cannot and will not fuck with me. I I eat, sleep, I dream African consciousness. I see I wake up. I'm gonna just be real. I'm the only motherfucker I know that been doing it every day, every night, all of my life. I don't know nobody else. I don't. I love God, and there's some y'all on the path, but I have to be honest about this shit. Okay? I have to be. I have to be honest about this shit. I'm a true priest of African consciousness. This is all I do. This is all, my heart don't beat for nothing else but African consciousness, baby. I wake up, go to sleep, African consciousness. And I love to give y'all this information. Please do more research, continue to study, and check into what I told y'all about Champollion. And I want to end with this. See, what y'all don't understand, and I want to end with this so y'all have an understanding of what I'm saying. Just like when they say Amen, and they say, well, look, the Hebrews was using Amen, and that the Muslim was using Amen. But what y'all don't understand is that the same Jew that created the fake Hebrew also created the fake Medunata. So what they did is they reverse engineered the Medunata, okay? They reverse engineered it to make, so you would say, oh, look, you saying, and y'all got that out of Egypt. It gives them a place in Egypt. You can say, oh, y'all took that out of Egypt when y'all was in Egypt. They was never in. That's a slick way of giving them presence in ancient Egypt. They reverse engineered the Medunata to make them all sound alike. The Hebrew is fake, and when you watch the Medunata, the majority of the linguists that formulated the Medunata were Jews. Okay, Adolf Ehrman, who created the largest Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary and is still the mother dictionary of all ancient Egyptian fake Medunata dictionaries. It's the mother dictionary created by a Jew. So y'all don't understand that the same formula that they use to create the fake Hebrew was some of the same formula that they used to create the fake Medunata. And that's why a lot of them words sound alike. So they tricked you niggas by reverse engineering the Medunata, putting Amen in it, because there is no Amen, because there is no vowels, because there is no consonants. I could keep going, but there's no vowels in it. So you can create it however you want. Amen can be omen. Omen. You understand? With an O. O-E-M-E-N. The omen was that a nigga named Seti would come along and bust you motherfuckers trying to put this fake shit on my people. They reverse engineered all that shit. Wake up, family. It's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new day. You hear me? You hear me? It's a new day. It's shocking, but it's true. And when I woke up to it, my life has never been the same. Reading that shit, reading all this other shit before I came into that consciousness, it just wasn't fulfilling to me. You know, I was like, this can't be all that it is. But when Walter Williams opened up my mind to the information that he's teaching in the false, what's the name? The historical origin of Christianity, the historical origin of Islam, it took me a minute to get it. Because when you've been taught a traditional way, and that's all you've been taught, when you hear some shit that seems like it's out of bounds, it's not going to register immediately. But after about maybe 10 years, a little less than that, it didn't take me that long, because I was already questioning a lot of that fucking hieroglyphic shit even when I was in my 20s. You understand what I'm saying? And when Walter Williams came along, he filled in a lot of blanks for me. Okay, but I was already on the path. Then that's what people didn't understand. I was already knocking them niggas on the head about that back in the, in 2007. I was already telling them niggas that shit was fake. And you can go back to blog talks way back then, and I was still, I don't know why motherfuckers acting like this is something new to me. I've been telling them niggas that shit was fake, even at that early date, 2007, 2006. I was already on blog talk going upside them niggas' head. Okay? So, family, I want y'all to understand that I understand that the essence that you're adding to them words, the African spirituality is what props up all this shit. So when you go into any religion, it's the African spirituality that's propping it up. I'm not attacking the African spirituality, but I am attacking the vehicles, these cosmetic vehicles that niggas have infused their spirituality in and that they propping it up. The metal netter is a cosmetic vehicle. Islam, cosmetic, fake and foreign vehicle that you infuse your spirit, your African spirituality into it. And that's what's propping it up. That's why when you go off into any religion, the greatest aspect of that religion is the Africans in the religion. So yes, you can go off into Islam and find some great Africans. Yes, you're going to do that. You can go off into Christianity and find some great Africans. And you can even go off into the mountain where our people have a beautiful spirit, but they just have infused their spirit into a cosmetic vehicle. That's not going to take them nowhere. They have to take their spirituality out of all of these foreign cosmetic vehicles and let our African spirituality stand alone, because that's all that we need. We do not need these cosmetic fake vehicles. All we need is our African spirituality. Quit propping this shit up. So when I attack these cosmetic vehicles, I'm not attacking your African spirituality. That's not what I'm attacking. It's the vehicle. It's the vehicle, family. So I don't want y'all mad at me thinking I'm just going in. I know a lot of the brothers and sisters that's doing the metal netter. They actually putting their African spirituality in that. So I respect you. If you say my hotep to me, I'm going to say my hotep to you. Because I know in your spirit that you're greeting me in kindness. I'm not going to say, fuck you, nigga. That's fake. That's some champagne. I'm going to say, what's hotep, brother? My hotep. That's out of respect and love for you. That don't mean, I accept the vehicle as is given to me. I know the history of the vehicle, and you should too. Your African spirituality is all you need. I hope that's breakfast for you this morning. I got to get moving because I'm about to go work out. I love you, man. I do this shit in love for the resurrection and rise, spiritual, mental, and physical rise of my people. That's all I do it for. That's all I do it for. I don't do it for no fame. I don't do it for no numbers. I do it for the numbers because I know if I see numbers up there, it's a mass awakening. Just like we say mass production, I need mass awakening. So I do need numbers because that let me know my message is strong and it's reaching a lot of people. All right, family, I'm out of here. Love you. This is the brother General Seti saying, hey, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. African ancient Egyptian power. Boom.